Well, hey guys, welcome to my channel, welcome to another stream, and welcome to an airplane taking off right as I begin this fun stuff. Yeah. Well, we're starting a new series, guys. This series comes right off the heels of my Su-35S series. We're working on this guy here, the Revell Hot Rod Custom. I will run the intro and we'll get right into it. Okay guys, well, we're back. We're doing another series here, of course working on that guy there. This kit is an old school kit. I believe it's from the mid-90s, even though the car itself is, you know, it's a Model A Ford pickup truck. I got this kit off of eBay. I thought it would just be pretty cool to do like a really old school model kit. It's an old school car, but to give it a little modern twist, put like a nice big engine in it, maybe put some fat tires on it, that kind of thing, and turn it into like a real custom street rod kind of thing. More custom, yeah, custom's in the name, yeah, but I figured we'd do even more custom. Anyway, let's go through the kit and see what it came with. And all that fun stuff. I've got the instruction booklet here. Now, like I said, I got this off eBay, and this kit obviously sat for a long time because the paper in the instruction booklet is yellow. Here's an example compared to a notepad. And it's got little holes in it in the pages, almost like maybe mice were thinking about eating it or something like that at some point. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, here's our booklet. It is molded in red and chrome. So that's what Revell did. I will change the camera here so you can just get a better look at what came in this kit way back when. Alright. So we've got a main frame right there. I'm not sure how much of this has been taken off the sprues. I don't know if this came on a sprue or not. This again is our main frame here. I guess for the undercarriage, going to go in under here somewhere somehow, right? Yeah, maybe just like that. We've got our main body tub, I guess. And we've got a second one. Looks like the same mold, but without the windshield and the back wall and the rear window. Other than that, it's the same thing. Having looked through the instructions a little bit, I do see that a lot of times there's two versions that you can build. Here's our rear box with some molded in wood grain panels there. You can see that in the light. We've got wood grain there. Looks like our engine pieces, transmission, exhaust, the roof. If we're doing the hardtop, if we're going to do the roof on the cab, right? Obviously going something like this, right? Which I guess would be for this one. Just a guess. This would be sitting like this, something like that. Anyway, that's that sprue. We've got a chrome sprue in a bag, which is nice. Nothing falling off. We got the custom mag wheels. This chrome is actually looking, it's not like super, you know how kit chrome, like here's a comparison. Here's just a wheel off of another kit. You can see, yeah, really, this is definitely a different chrome, right? This is a little bit more of a silvery chrome. This is more of a bright mirror chrome. So that's interesting. Looks like these are axles of some sort. The funky suspension they used, like the crosswise leaf springs they used on these old cars. There's a radiator shroud. Looks like exhaust pipes here. More rim stuff, cylinder head, headlights. Yeah, cool stuff. And then I guess that's the front bumper. Yeah, okay. What we got here? Steering wheel, the bench seat. My guess is maybe a firewall. And these, I have no idea. Door panels, maybe? Could be door panel. Maybe not. I don't know. We will find out. And we have our windshield option for this one, obviously, with our dashboard. Gonna go in there. That may be a battery. I don't know. The front nose, if we're going that route, we got a radiator. And looks like something was here, but I don't know. Alright. We've got tires. Got our 2-piece tires. Like, really? Come on, guys. 2-piece tires. And we only got 3. Only got 3 tires here. There is not a 4th one in the box. I got 4 of the, I guess, front tires. Well, that's a good thing I'm putting different wheels on. Here we have another bench seat. Oh, maybe that other one was the bottom bench and this is the back, or vice versa. I don't know. With little decals. Sad little decals. More panels. This is hooked on there. This is looks like our tailgate. It's got the Ford emblem embossed in it. Our doors. Square panels. There's another roof. Textured roof. I guess that goes on top of, I guess, depending if you're doing a hardtop roof or a convertible roof. That's what it is. And then a couple little detailed bits, and then that's an I don't know piece. Yeah, see, here we go. There's another bench seat. So these obviously are going to go like this to make some kind of a bench. I suppose if you want a textured bench, or the other one. And a couple of other bits that obviously the previous owner has taken off the sprues for some stuff. These are different doors. I guess these doors go on here like this. So they have hinges on them. Yeah. And then, you know, obviously some stuff that he's kept from way back when. A hot rod sticker. You get a hot deal. Half price. 12 issues of Hot Rod magazine for $7.97. Regular $15.94. Fun stuff. Then we have Don Garlett's. Oh, different kits. You can get Don Garlett's Dragster, Ted Comby's Funny Car. That's like a 1988-89 Firebird Space Shuttle Challenger. You can mail in these. $2.50 each. Oh, they're posters. They're just posters. And we have a nice sheet of clear plastic. This is nice because we have to actually cut this out to make the windshield. This is what they give you for a windshield, is this flexible plastic for you to cut. So it looks like it's a little dusty. It's unfortunate that they go and put this at the bottom of the thing and it gets kind of roughed up a little bit. So my windshield might not be that nice looking. I'm going to put that over there for now. And so yeah, we've got other little bits in here that he's taken off. This looks like, I don't know what that is. And my first thought was oil pan, but it looks a little bit big. No idea what that is. So there's going to be some parts in this build. There's going to be a few little spots in this build where it's going to call out for a part and I got to hunt for it because it might be sitting in the box. It might be, it might not be on the sprue, right? So let's put this all aside and go back to the book. It is funny that I only got 3 tires, because obviously we got, let's do this, we got to do halves of our tires. Tires are 2-piece tires. I mean, that's not very wide at all anyway, and so that's not really hot rod-ish. I definitely am thinking something more like this. I mean, that's a huge thing. I haven't decided. I've got another set here that are the same width. They're just a little bit smaller in diameter, so they might be a little bit easier to fit on the kit, because they're not that much bigger than what's on here, right? Than what it comes with, just a little bit. But obviously the width is dramatically different. Yeah, anyway, so I'm not going to be using those tires anyway. The front, I'm happy. I've got, I'll be able to assemble all the front wheels, so that's good. That is kind of the problem with buying kits that have been opened on eBay. So you really don't know what you're going to get. It is kind of a gamble, and that's just the way it is. Let's open up our instructions and see what we're supposed to do first. Let's see here. Of course, first thing we're supposed to do is put our tires together. So, we'll just fold this over, and let's get at her. Okay, so I'm going to put our tires together. Grab my nippers here. Get these off of here. It is really fun, kind of funny, you know. Every car kit is different in how they've decided to go about the process of putting the parts on the sprues, what's going to be on the sprues, what's going to be separate. I mean, the tire molding is just one example of what's going to be different from kit to kit. These ones, they look like the molds all the same, but they're not. 2 of these have a little ridge that go into a channel. I'm going to try regular glue and see how it holds up. I'm going to use my Tamiya Extra Thin and run that along there. Now these tires, you know, I used to think, oh, they're real rubber tires. Well, not really. They're vinyl, right? So we'll see how that holds. I might have to go with CA glue in order to get them to really stay together. We shall see. One more. Yeah, I have a feeling it won't really do much at all to hold the tire together. This tire is really not quite. It's kind of got a lip on it. That's a little bit better. Okay. And it just falls apart on me. Now you see what I mean. Is this other one holding? Not at all. See, this glue doesn't work at all. So I'll have to resort to CA glue. Something like 5-minute epoxy, that would work as well. But 5-minute epoxy would work just as well. But CA glue will do the trick. In fact, the trick with the CA glue will be to not get it all over my fingers. Excuse me. The trick will be to not get it on my fingers. I'll use my custom CA glue applicator, trademark, patent pending. And we'll try and get it just on that inside lip right there, which is kind of hard for the camera to pick up because, well, it's black. We shall see here. How do we do it? Put it in a couple of spots along there. Spread it out a little bit. And in theory, that should be enough. There we go. Okay. Give that a minute to cure. Now, this was the one that was not really lining up, was it? So, I kind of want to line that up like that. So, keep that in mind. When I'm doing this. There we go. Okay, let's just do a check. Hey, look at that, it's holding. Yay. Alright, so our tires are glued together now. Let's put this here out of the way. Tires are together. We've got wheels. Okay, wheels, I don't know. Front wheel, outside half, or 2 parts chrome, inside half, 2 parts chrome. So, they definitely have the front wheels skinnier than the back. So, actually a nice looking wheel. So, we're going to be careful how we trim these off. We want to keep the lip. Of the rim, keep that intact. Okay, so there's our rims. That's wider ones obviously are the rears. And then we've got the opposite side of them. That is a big piece of flashing. I haven't seen flashing like this in a long time. That's a huge piece of flash. You might be asking, what's flash? Well, flash is when in their molding you get this thin, super thin piece of plastic that's in between the part and the, I guess, the runner. And we have that right here. See this flashing? It's just flash. It's just super thin piece of plastic, right? And they seem to have it all through here in this section. Huge flashing right up in here. Pretty crazy. Okay, anyway, let's get rid of this. So we have our rims. This needs to be cleaned up on our edges a little bit. I will just use my razor file here to get rid of my nubs nice and cleanly. They obviously realize that you're never really going to see the inside of the rim or the inside of the wheel. It's always the outside that you're going to see, right? So they haven't bothered detailing the inside of the rims very much at all. And I'll show you a comparison of what I'm talking about. I have these wheels are from a different kit. This is the back side, this is the other side. These wheels will go like this, right? And go in together like that. And there's your two halves of a wheel. They've gone to the trouble of molding what looks like a disc brake in there, right? So that in the case that you pick up the kit and you look underneath, you're going to see the details of what looks like maybe a disc brake, or it could be a drum, the back of a drum, a backing plate on a drum, right? Something, they've done that. These, however, they have not done anything. This literally goes like this, and that's all you get. So, there's that. And I mean, if they're gonna go to that trouble to just give you a chrome ring, they could have just molded the wheel as one piece. They really could have, because we've got our little ejector pin marks there that are really kind of unsightly. They don't look very nice. Yeah. One more. This one actually came off pretty clean. So the other thing we need to do, because it's chrome, you need to strip the chrome off of the part that you're going to glue, otherwise it will not glue together at all. Now I need to determine what piece or what parts actually may come into contact. Does it sit like that? Does this go over top of this little lip? Or is it just a flat contact like that? So let's grab a tire, put a wheel in it, and grab a rim. We really don't have a lot of contact at all. That's kind of how it's going to go. But it is just touching the edge, and that's it. But it does go around the lip like this, which means I need to shave off. I'll use my file. I'll just do this on one because this is a bit of a tedious process. I'm just going to shave down my nubs here. It is a little bit of a process, so I don't want to spend too much time doing it, but I will show you. So I got to get in here and get this edge off, get the chrome off of this edge here, like that. Get in there and just file just enough that you've gone through the chrome down to the bare plastic to give the glue something to work on. And that's all you need to do. Just enough that the glue can make contact with the plastic, because the chrome acts like a barrier. Chrome actually being what I think I saw online somewhere, that the chrome they use in plastic kits is actually powdered aluminum. Okay, so you can see that's now, it's a little bit hard to see, but I've gone around just this little edge right along in here, right along around there, because that's where the other piece comes into contact. Okay, this, however, we got to do this too and get that flat surface de-chromed. Now, if you're one of those guys who just wants to strip the chrome off of everything, then you obviously don't have to worry about this. I actually like the kit chrome. I actually like it. I know a lot of guys, I know that's an unpopular opinion, liking the kit chrome, but I do. So that's going to sit on there like that now. Okay, now I've gotten rid of this edge. So it's going to be just like that. We're going to take our tire, put that in here, like so. And then this goes on there like that. Easy peasy, right? So, come off of there. I'll get some of my thicker glue. Oops, too soon. There we go. And we'll kind of, we're not really flush, are we? No. Let's get this part flush. There we go. Go in here on our edge. Take this guy and drop him down on there. Just like that. Now, I'm not 100% convinced that this is making good contact. So I'm just going to try doing this. That's not going to work. See, I need a clip. I need clips that do this. I need a clamp that does that. Maybe one of these. If I try and fling it across the room, that might work. This just might work. There. Okay, we're going to let that hold for a minute. Now we see we have wider ones. The wider ones are for the back wheels. They actually don't, well, it does fit, yeah. I'm going to see how these would fit in my other tires here. And that would be a perfect fit. Look at that. That's a perfect fit. Of course, these are way too wide, but I could put some CA glue and just glue on my rims to the tire, and that would be good enough. That would work. Or I could use the rims, use the wheels that actually came with these tires. Let's get that out of there. Which would be these guys. And these guys are the necessary width, right, to fit in there. Either way is going to work. And the rims aren't that much different. Sure, they are different, but not much. Anyway, it's a thought anyway. Let's do our other, just because I said I wasn't going to do it, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do this second. I'm going to do the other one now. Just so that I can say, hey, it's done, it's holding, we're just waiting for the glue to cure. Unfortunately for you guys, I am going to be priming this whole kit in black. And get rid of this funny red color that it's all molded in. I'm going to be using Mr. Surfacer 1500 black to prime it, because at the end of the day, just about every component in this thing is black anyway. So I might as well just prime it in black and leave it like that, and then it's ready and it's done, right? And that way everything is the color that it's pretty much supposed to be, and I don't have to worry about it. Don't have to worry later on. Cleaning up my nub mark there. Okay. The other tire. This guy goes in. Glue. This guy on there. And grab another clamp. There we go. And he can sit for a minute. So there's our front tires. Front tires are done. These are the rears, which I'm not doing, so we're going to leave that for another time. Now the other thing in this instruction manual, there's many parts where we have options of doing stock or custom, and in choosing them, it even will say for the lowered front end, that's the custom, or lowered front end, option B was used on the box art. So it's interesting that she even show you and make a note if you want to make it to look like the kit on the, like the car on the box. They tell you which option to choose. So if we're doing the custom, which I'm going to do, we're going to skip to steps 6, 7, and 8. So let's flip our page. Here we go. So B, custom, this guy here. We got our front end. This our front axle is chrome. We got our front wheel spindle, our front brake plates, chrome, and then a chrome wishbone. So most of this is chrome. Except number 5, our front spindle. 2 parts. These 2 guys right here. So this is where we go hunting for parts, because unlike an airplane kit where they label the sprues A, B, C, D and stuff like that, they don't on this. We're just looking for part number 5. We're looking for part number 5. And these look like to all to be in the 70s. I found 69, yay. We're looking for number 5, spindles. This might be it. Yay, right there, I found them. Okay, so let's get this over here. So other than these 2, the rest are going to be chrome pieces. That narrows the search down a little bit. Okay, there's our 2 spindles. The rest are chrome. So we need number 7. Number 7. Where's number 7? Here's number 7. Actually did a pretty good job with the backing plates on these. Let's see here. All right. Get rid of this off of here. Okay, and we need number 11. It is a little bit hard to read the numbers on this. 11 is this big V. I'm trying to determine at what point I'm supposed to cut this right there. Interesting suspension on these old cars. And then this guy, CI, what is CI? C1, custom chrome front axle. Okay, that's this guy. Very interesting setup. There we go. Okay. So we've got a bunch of chrome parts to put together. We got this guy. And we have this guy. And they're going to go together. This goes like this, and like that. Which means I've got to get rid of some chrome on there. It's my knife. So where it's going to come into contact is where I need to get rid of the chrome. This is right there. There. Same on this side. It's really interesting how they did compared to more modern days, even going into like the 60s, you know, the modernized way that they did suspension. So that's going to contact here, so I got to scrape this off. And this. And then around our little ball pin here. I'd say probably one of the most tedious things on a kit like this is actually removing the chrome around little pieces. If you're like me and you want to use the kit parts and leave the chrome on them. This is definitely a necessary thing if you're going to use the kit part. If you're not going to strip the chrome off completely. Which, you know, I could do, because parts like this really are going to be black. I'm going to prime this thing black, so I could just strip the whole chrome thing off. That's a process, though. That takes time, right? It takes time to strip the chrome off completely off everything. You have to maybe put a little bit of bleach in a bucket, or there's different things that strip chrome off. Bleach. You could even use Tamiya's lacquer thinner to get rid of it. Okay, so this is going to go on. It's going to go right there and there, and then sit just like so. So let's get some glue. Put glue here and here. Put her on there. Just like that. Okay. So that's it. Then we're going to clean up these guys. I'm surprised the detail on the back of the plates here. It's almost like they know you're gonna look at it. Would you look at that? Would you look at that?
Would you look at this?
Yeah. Okay, so this guy, basically, we put our pin through from the back like this. Except because of the flashing that's on this, it won't fit. So clean out the hole. Make sure your hole's clean, guys. You want to clean. You want to have a clean hole. Nobody likes a dirty hole. Okay, so the pin just goes through from the back there. And then what do? We basically, this is a little weird. Basically, this just sits like this. Shit. Well, I got lucky and did not lose it. Thank you, Lord. This basically just sits on one of the pins. Pins goes in right there, and that's it. So it's a little weird, but so that means I need to scrape this off here. Right there. There's really not a lot of contact for the pin. It just kind of sits there. Just kind of sits there, and this is the kind of thing that would make me want to just use CA glue. It does contact on the side, so I can get rid of that. See, it's important to look at all points of contact on these parts when they're chrome like this, so you can scrape off all parts, all pieces of chrome where it's going to contact, and put glue there. Especially little parts like this that really don't have a lot of surface contact. So you want to take advantage of every point of contact you can. Get that chrome off of there, so that the glue can do its job. Because if the glue can't do its job, your part's not going to stay together. Okay. This piece kind of has a nub on it, so I'll scrape that off. There we go. Okay, so that is prepared. I'm going to do this again now, because it sits in this little channel, or it's supposed to anyway. So I'm just going to scrape in here and kind of get in that little slot and just kind of wiggle my knife around a little bit. Try and get the chrome out of there. I think I got that worked out good enough now. Okay, so that's that one. I'll just put this on right now. So our pin goes back in from the back, like so. And then I'm going to put some glue on here. On the front here and underneath. Then this goes on. Just like that. Doesn't go in very deep. In fact, the little pin that it goes into hits the red pin. So, and then pressing down on it, I've loosened this up. So yeah, our pin here, this pin actually goes through and contacts the red pin inside there, which is not very good. I don't think it's supposed to do that. So I'm going to trim this pin down just a hair. So it'll still go in there, but maybe it won't push down on it so hard. Because I still have a lot of surface connection there. I don't want to use my extra thin because it'll run in there, it'll go everywhere, and then next thing I know, my wheel will never turn. And it doesn't matter. Does it matter that the wheel doesn't turn? Not really. It's not a toy. I'm not going to be running the car around anywhere. So I'm going to preemptively trim this one down a little bit. Okay. And we'll start removing the chrome on this guy. Right here. So we've got something to bite into there, and we've got to remove this, and then in our little channel here. I know it's hard to see exactly what I'm doing. I'm basically just going in this little channel where the chrome is. There we go. Okay. Same thing. From the back, red pin goes in. Oh, I gotta open my hole. Gotta clean my hole. There we go. Okay. And just like the other side, I'm going to glue there, glue there. And into our slot. Trying to make sure that just visually these are straight. I did accidentally move my main bars, so I'm going to use some extra thin on here just to get it a little reacquainted. Okay. So there we go. There's our front suspension there. Now, it's all chrome, it doesn't matter. There's not really much to do. The next thing we have is our right and left steering arms. Those are chrome. Those go onto the back of our plates. I have these on backwards. These are on backwards, guys. Don't do what I did. These are backwards. It's no wonder these things didn't fit right. Because this detail here with these two little holes, that's supposed to go inward. That complicates things a little bit more because I've got to get rid of the chrome here and here. Well, I've already done that here, but I gotta get rid of the chrome on here. Where the pin sits in this little channel. I don't know if it's just me. I seem to find I'm making mistakes like this more and more often these days, where I don't remember making mistakes where I put things on backwards or upside down or whatever. I don't remember doing that when I was younger. So I don't know, it might be an age thing. As I'm getting older, I'm making more mistakes on reading the instructions. You'd think I'd be used to reading instructions by now. So that means I need to get rid of the chrome on the pins themselves. Pins are going to come in contact now. So, and of course the glue started to do its work, so it softened up the plastic, so I've got a little bit of goo. Okay, that should be good enough. Now we can put this on the right way. The red pin actually goes through this side. Get that in there. There we go. Okay, the red pin goes in this side like that. And then the part with these two sticking up, this here, those are up, okay? Those are up, and this guy is going to go in like this. Like that. Just determining if I need to take any more chrome off the pin. I think I do. Just a little bit more. Just kind of on this edge here. And do the same on this one. Okay. Put our pin back in. So we'll just get this put in, and then this is where I'm going to finish off for today. Put our pins in. Okay, that's those. Let's put some glue. This is going to be a little bit tricky now because I want to put glue only on our pins. If I get glue in the middle, then it's going to contact our red piece, and we don't want that. Get that down in there. It's really not a lot of contact. It actually had more contact the way I had it before. Putting it in the wrong way, I had better contact on the parts. Okay, there's one. Let's get this stupid pin back in here. Get back in your hole. Okay, now stay this time. The right way around. Get that in its spot. Like that. And that is our front axle. And before I go doing anything else with it, this is where I want to leave it. I want to let that cure. Try and get these as straight as I can. And let that cure, let that dry. All right. So that is that. And that is where we're going to end it for today, guys. So what I'm going to do, I'll do it off camera. I'm going to prime everything else black. I'm going to get all that red gone, and that'll all be black the next time you guys see it. And we will continue on with the rest of our suspension build. Yeah, so I want to thank you guys for watching. Thanks for coming out, and of course, hit that like button and hit subscribe, please. Once we do get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to do that collaboration with my fiance and build a couple of Porsches together. So don't forget about that. This is where I'm going to leave it now, guys. I want to thank you again, and we'll see you all in the next one.